Madonna is more than just a queen of pop, she has been someone who has constantly pushed boundaries of great music and songwriting ever since the 80s. Praised by critics and loved by millions of fans, Madonna is a huge influence for many artists like Britney Spears, Katy Perry, Jennifer Lopez, Kylie Minogue and many others, not just for her music and songwriting, but her style sense, and her ability to push beyond conformist views. With more than 300 million records sold, Madonna is the best-selling female artist of all time, according to the Guinness World Records. She is also the highest-paid solo touring artist of all time. Billboard has cited that Madonna is the most successful solo musical sensation in its Hot 100 chart history. Madonna was born as Madonna Louise Ciccone in Bay City, Michigan on August 16, 1958, while her father Tony was an engineer-designer for General Motors and Chrysler. Her mother, also called Madonna, was a homemaker. She has 2 older brothers and 3 younger siblings. When she was just 5, her mother died of breast cancer, at a time when she didn't even know the meaning of death. As a growing kid, Madonna was rebellious, performing cartwheels and handstands, and was always up to some pranks or the other. Her father put her for piano lessons, and at age 19 she began learning dancing under the training of Martha Graham, the noted choreographer and dancer. In 1978, Madonna dropped out of college and moved to New York City with just $35 in her pocket. New York didn't exactly welcome her with open arms. In the very first year, she was raped on the roof of her building. Her apartment was also broken into 3 times. But she was not willing to give up on her dream. She started working as a waitress for Dunkin' Donuts and performed with Pearl Lang Dance Theatre. She started getting jobs as backup dancers for established artists. During her stint as a backup dancer and performer for French artist Patrick Hernandez in 1979, Madonna began dating Dan Gilroy. The duo created a rock band known as Breakfast Club. Madonna would sing and play drums and guitar. Soon, Madonna started to develop increasing belief in her own talent, and started to record her solo acts. The rise of Madonna was in the year 1981. She had become friends and then dated Mark Kamins, a DJ at a nightclub Madonna would frequent. He set her up a meeting with her and Sire Records owner Seymour Stein, of Sire Records. She enlisted the help of friend Stephen Bray, who wrote Everybody. Though initially hesitant, Seymour, who was due for an open-heart surgery in mid-1982, listened to the demo tape of Everybody in his Walkman for the first time. He was impressed and was ready to give Madonna a chance. In his words, "The deal we agreed was modest, $15,000 per single, for 3 singles, with an option for an album." Knowing what we know today, that tiny agreement looks comical. However, all she had then was one clubby song that you couldn't get on top 40 radio. She wasn't a musician, she didn't have a band. To be honest, I was doing Mark Kamins a good turn. There was no reason to believe I was looking at a female Elvis. He adds, "I break out in a rash whenever I hear the myth that Madonna somehow slept her way to the top. Trust me, no big shot picked her up and sprinkled her with stardust. I certainly didn't know then just how big she would be, but I did believe with all my heart she would be really big. I defy anyone to sleep their way to number 1, and stay there, for well over 3 decades. Everybody was a low-budget video, with her and a few friends shown as dancing in a club. The song moved quickly up the dance charts, and was Madonna's first single to chart on the Billboard Hot Dance chart, peaking at number 3. Madonna, not the one to rest on the laurels of her first hit Every Day, convinced Sire Records to produce a full album for her. Thus Madonna the album came into being in 1983, which contained hit singles like Borderline, Burning Up, Physical Attraction, Lucky Star, and Holiday. The slow and steady success of the album paved for the 1984 album, Like a Virgin, which made her an international star. The song became a cult hit for years to come. In 1985, Madonna won rave reviews for her acting chops in the film Desperately Seeking Susan, which also featured the dance number, Into the Groove, sung by Madonna. Madonna's popularity skyrocketed during 1986 to 1990, during which time she produced many successful albums such as True Blue, Who's That Girl, You Can Dance and Like a Prayer. True Blue was landmark blockbuster of an album with songs like Live to Tell, Papa Don't Preach, Open Your Heart, True Blue and more, which are still listened to and watched on YouTube today. True Blue remains Madonna's best-selling album of all time, having sold 25 million copies. In 1987 in Paris, Madonna embarked on a Who's That Girl tour which went from June to September, and was at that point of time, the highest attended female concert of all time. In 1996, Madonna received acclaim for essaying the role of Eva Peron in the musical hit Evita, which earned her a Golden Globe Award.
Why did you want this part so badly?
Because it's a great part. It's a great role for any actress to play, and it's I felt like the movie was a chance for me to basically challenge myself in all areas of my career: singing, dancing, and finally acting.
Madonna has been married 2 times. Madonna's first marriage to renowned actor Sean Penn lasted for 4 years, from 1985 to 1989. Madonna's relationship with her personal fitness instructor, Carlos Leon, resulted in the birth of their daughter Leod Maria Chicona Leon. The couple were together from 1995 to 1997. In 2000, Madonna tied the knot with director Guy Ritchie, and gave birth to their son Rocco John Ritchie. She is also a doting mother to 4 adopted children from Malawi: David Banda in 2006 and Mercy James in 2009, and twins Esther and Stella in 2017. Madonna and Ritchie divorced in 2008. As on 2020, the 61-year-old Madonna is in a relationship with the 25-year-old Arla Malik Williams. The son of a military veteran, he is a professional dancer and part of Madonna's Madame X tour. Incidentally, Mark Cummins died February 14, 1913, at age 57. He is credited with leading way to create the biggest musical star of our generation, the Queen of Pop, herself. In a statement to The Hollywood Reporter, Madonna wrote, "I'm very sorry to hear about Mark's death. I haven't seen him for years, but if it weren't for him, I might not have had a singing career. He was the first DJ to play my demos before I had a record deal. He believed in me before anyone else did. I owe him a lot. May he rest in peace." One of the biggest reasons for Madonna's success has been that she has constantly sought to break new grounds. She has always reinvented herself with new ideas and concepts, whether it is in songwriting or making videos. In fact, Madonna has been usually involved in writing her own songs and producing music herself. Madonna has been dubbed as the most influential musical artist of all time. Even in the 80s, she sought to be more than just a musician. She transcended the term pop star to become global cultural icon. Even before the internet, Madonna was a viral phenomenon in television, radio, magazines and bookshops. She set the benchmark high and changed the musical landscape in the 80s with her groovy music. Before Madonna came in, most big stars in the music scene were only men. After Madonna, the tide changed to women. She raised the standard for other female musicians and singers to follow. With a fair share of her songs, material, attitude, and opinions embracing sex, nudity and liberal thinking, she forced the public to sit up and take notice. Hitting close to $1.2 billion in sales in the first decade of her career, Madonna set the ball rolling for women who were struggling to get their due in the music industry. She has been called the smartest businesswoman in the US as far as music is concerned, because she reached the top of her industry and constantly reinvented herself. Madonna is the wealthiest woman in the world of music, with an estimate net worth of close to $800 million. She is also the highest grossing solo touring artist of all time, earning more than $1.5 billion in concert tours throughout her career. She is the only woman in history with 2 solo concerts attended by more than 100,000 people. Till date, she has won 7 Grammy Awards and 21 MTV Music Video Awards. Here are 10 Madonna quotes that reflects the principles of her life.
A lot of people are afraid to say what they want. That's why they don't get what they want. I am, because we are. We all bleed the same color. We all want to love and be loved. I think the ultimate challenge is to have some kind of style and grace, even though you haven't got money, or standing in society, or formal education. I had a very lower middle class sort of upbringing, but I identify with people who've had, at some point in their lives, to struggle to survive. It adds another color to your character. I've been popular and unpopular, successful and unsuccessful, loved and loathed, and I know how meaningless it all is. Therefore, I feel free to take whatever risks I want. I feel just as hungry today as I did the day I left home. My priority is my family, absolutely, 100%. I didn't have many friends, I might not have had any friends. But it all turned out good in the end, because when you aren't popular and you don't have a social life, it gives you more time to focus on your future. I know I'm not the greatest singer or dancer, but that doesn't interest me. I'm interested in being provocative and pushing people's buttons. I went to New York. I had a dream. I wanted to be a big star. I didn't know anybody. I wanted to dance. I wanted to sing. I wanted to do all those things. I wanted to make people happy. I wanted to be famous. I wanted everybody to love me. I wanted to be a star. I worked really hard and my dream came true. I'd like to think I am taking people on a journey. I am not just entertaining people, but giving them something to think about when they leave.
What is it that impresses you most about your fans?
Their loyalty. I do not take it for granted. Thank you. Thank you.
If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, and do not subscribe to our channel. We're kidding. Do subscribe.